Good morning, everyone. Dr. Mindy here. I want to talk about cold hands and feet. I had a gentleman come into me yesterday, and the first thing he said when he came in was like, "Shake my hand, feel how cold my hands are." And they were cold. They were cold. And he was telling me that his hands and his feet are cold all of the time. They weren't bluish, they weren't discolored, they were just cold. He wanted me to check his heart. He wanted me to do a scan on his heart, check his circulation, which was fine. And so instead of kind of going down the heart rabbit hole, which definitely is concerned, if you have circulatory issues. But for this particular gentleman, I asked, what does he do for a living? Tell me a little bit about your life, which I think is one of the things that is missing from doctors nowadays. Like I want to get to know. My initial consultation with someone is almost 3 hours. We're going to be friends by the time that you leave my office, because I'm going to really take a deep dive into your life, your stressors, what is it like to be you, so that I can get all the pieces of a puzzle that I need. It turns out this gentleman owns an IT company. He works all hours of the day and night. He has 6 children that are all homeschooled, so they're all in the home together, which is fantastic. And he said that his life is basically chaos. There's not really a great schedule. I asked him about how long his hands and feet have been cold like this. And he said maybe only for the past 7 or 8 years, not his entire life. When I do a heart scan on someone and I see that there's not anything structurally wrong with their cardiovascular system, I do recommend that if you think you have a heart condition, even if my methods of testing don't show one, I always encourage people to go get it checked out by a cardiologist as well. They have different manners of testing than I do. I do want to say that. But long story short, this man is stuck in fight or flight. His body is in such a chronic state of stress that in being stuck in fight or flight, your body's telling you you may have to run, you may have to fight. This is a time of crisis. And so it takes all of your blood and it pulls it around your thoracic organs, all of these organs here for blood flow, for protection. And this leads to cold hands and feet. And it's actually an adrenal issue. It's a sympathetic, parasympathetic nervous system balance issue. We did a magnetic resonance therapy session on him, which he loved. It was fantastic. That's probably the first time he's able to just shut his eyes and deeply relax in weeks. But it's not always the heart or the thyroid if your hands and your feet are cold. You may just be stuck in fight or flight, and you need to address your nervous system.